Welcome to the Three Sad Fans podcast, where today we're going to look over Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's new engagement, whoa, as well
That's the whole
as
episode.
the last week of preseason games, going over some breakdowns and reactions. We're also going to touch upon who we think might be Rookie of the Year going into the year with absolutely zero information so far, and some of the worst draft picks for fantasy football you've ever seen, so stay tuned. Anyway, what's up, guys?
We're gonna ignore everything else besides Travis and Taylor.
No,
and
that's
gonna be
honestly-
the whole episode.
That's the most
the entire
important thing.
podcast.
We need to get every Swiftie into this podcast. We're one of you guys. I mean, I can name at least two of her songs, right? The sun is a slam screen door, sneaking out late, tapping on your window.
We
That's-
have a
that's one of
friend that was a Swiftie for a while. I don't know if he still is, but he,
If you're talking about Alex, he's absolutely still a Swiftie.
still a Swiftie, okay,
Mhm.
he hasn't talked about it in a while. So I don't know if he's like happy about this or not.
He got that anxiety where he feels like if he talks about it too much, he annoys everybody with it. But like, just know that we don't find it annoying, and we would love to see your reaction to this. And anyone else who has a reaction to this. I mean, the whole internet has had a reaction to this. I was at work, and my boss was like, "Oh my God, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged," and I was like, "Yeah, I know. I saw it 10 minutes ago on my phone, but I decided not to tell anyone else about it because I didn't care."
You saw it. Oh, okay, back to work.
Carly told me like 10 minutes after that, being like, "It is all over my For You page. It is the only thing on TikTok right now."
We must thank the Eagles for winning the Super Bowl, because if the Chiefs had won the Super Bowl, it would have happened post game at the 50-yard line.
That is true.
You know,
That is a very good point.
So we just get a nice Instagram post about teachers getting married, instead of
Yep.
Which I like
you know,
that
the Super
caption. It's
the
a
Super
cute
Bowl
caption.
is the Super Bowl. Oh my God, Travis Swift, guys! It's gonna be Travis Swift.
I would believe
the
that he
one
takes her last
reversal.
name. I would.
I asked my sister, who is certified Swiftie, if it should be Taylor Kelce or Travis Swift. She said, considering she put him on the map, I think it's only right that he changes his last name.
She put him on the map is wild, as if both of
I
them aren't
love that.
multimillionaires. I mean,
For
not
real.
only are they both multimillionaires, like he is like 100-millionaire and she is a billionaire. You know,
So
with
there's a
B.
billionaire in there.
Yep.
I don't think either one put
billionaire
each
with
other
a
on the
B.
map. Okay, they were both very
no.
prominently on the map. How do you think they found
Absolutely.
each other? They saw each other on the map.
You put friendship bracelets out. I think that's all you have to do.
Apparently, they like met because of the like Kelce Brothers podcast or something like that.
No, that's
Like
definitely not.
I mean, like
Definitely
he
not.
was like on the podcast and he was like trying to shout out, trying to get her attention, and so he got all of his followers to like get her attention or something along those lines. I could be wrong, but that's just what that's what I heard. But
I bet I can ask my sister, and she could tell me.
Yeah, I don't even know like how Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce met. I just know that like it just became a thing, and now that they're engaged, this is going to be the entire talk of the NFL. Like every Chiefs game, if she's there, the announcers are
even
gonna
the
mention,
non-Chiefs
like, at
games, this is
least-
going to be the topic of conversation.
No, literally, yeah. Like the next Steelers game that's not against the Chiefs, they're like, yep, they're engaged. Like we don't care. This is not a Chiefs game. You know, like come
It's like
on.
we're happy for them. However, I'm here to watch football.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
And I know we're like preemptively complaining about something that might not happen. Like we seem really dumb for doing that. But I promise you, it will get brought up. And it will get brought up during a game that is not the Chiefs game. You mark my words, it will happen.
Absolutely.
Can I actually share a meme with you guys that I saw right before we went live here?
Yes.
It was this one right here, which I thought was so ironically true. It's a picture of the Kelce brothers from like high school, college, right? And it goes absolutely insane that one of these guys ended up being the finalist for Sexiest Man of the Year award, and the other is about to marry Taylor Swift.
I love that.
I showed that to Carly, and she's all like, "Man, you would never have guessed." Is all I'm saying. You would have never have guessed.
time was kind to them. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they worked on it. That's for sure. That goes to show you, kids, if you just put in enough hard work, effort, a little bit of gains, and some NFL money, you too could marry Taylor Swift. Probably not. I think she only wants one husband at a time.
Another one, not
a different
not the
Taylor
one that's about
Swift.
to get married, but a different Taylor Swift.
Different Taylor Swift.
Yes.
DeAndre Swift's sister, actually. Is her name Taylor? Maybe.
Probably. I don't know.
You can always change it.
Yeah, I mean,
True.
Listen.
Yeah.
If he's gonna change his name to Travis Swift, then anyone can change their name. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right, but we should get into.
I have a shout out.
You have a shout out? Let's get into your shout out.
I have a shout out. I want to shout out the guy that turned their Joe Flacco jersey into a Lamar Jackson jersey because jerseys are expensive.
All right, yo, shout out. This is Noah's personalized shout out as I removed him from the screen real quick. This is Noah's shout out. It is Mr. Jackson, as you can see by the name here. I love how the A and the C didn't have to change, right? Like he could have just slapped over the entire jersey. But he's like, nah, look, the A and C are still there. I just got to put a J and a X and then kind of form the A.
It was really funny because my mother, bless her heart, was like these jerseys are getting expensive and sent me that. I was like, I'm sharing this with these two people. I'm just like, yeah, they're going to enjoy this. It's great.
Look,
fantastic.
You already scuffed up the 3. You might as well scuff up the entire jersey.
Exactly.
See, this is actually a real picture of Noah at a Baltimore Ravens game last year. That's where this comes from.
Exactly.
He changed his hair and his height drastically since then, though.
Mm-hmm. Some experimental procedures were done.
You got shorter?
Yes.
Yeah,
experimental height surgery.
Yeah, the rare length shortening surgeries.
Yes. And I prefer to be at this height.
Are you got any shout outs, Tom? Or are you just like...
I'm here.
You're here?
I'm here. Shout out me. I'm here.
Hell yeah.
We're so proud that you're here. It makes us all happy. I do want to give one more shout out, which will be a great segue into our first topic here. I want to shout out the undefeated champions of the preseason. We've got the Baltimore Ravens, as everyone would expect. We've got the Denver Broncos. All right, good team. We've got the New York Giants.
Yay.
Must have played some bad teams, you know? And then we have the Cleveland Browns.
This is how you know the preseason doesn't mean anything.
That's how you know it means nothing. Listen, Shedeur Sanders went off with 2 big sacks in the last game. That's all I'm saying.
Of 20 yards.
Of 20 yards each. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, this tells you that preseason means nothing, so don't overreact on your teams.
Oh, that's... you say that when I'm 0-3.
With that being said, let's go overreact to our teams, shall we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Yeah, so with the 3-0 team up there, huh?
Me?
You're the only one here that has the 3-0 team, so...
Well, I'll just say for the on the last game that they played, I was very surprised by Cooper Rush and Devin Leary's like performance throughout the game. Like they obviously the Commanders' second strings were not that great, and that contributed to the Ravens getting a 30-point lead in the game. Or
I mean, 30-3 is crazy.
Yeah,
you know,
it is a crazy score.
It's
absolutely.
like Washington didn't try.
No. It did not try at all. And
your team scored more points in that game than my team did the entire preseason.
I am
That's
so sorry.
That's not fair.
I'm so sorry. The Cooper Rush and Devin Leary did very well. I didn't watch the whole game because honestly, as soon as I realized that it was like gonna be like a Hail Mary for the Ravens to win that, I was like, yeah, there's no point.
Other way around, Hail Mary for the Commanders to win it.
Yeah, no, it didn't like get to that point where it's gonna look interesting to watch. So I was just like, yeah, the Ravens are probably gonna win this one. It's not gonna matter too much. But looking at Cooper Rush and Devin Leary's stats, they both looked like they were doing pretty well. I don't think
They were
they had
consistent.
Cooper Rush. Yeah, they didn't have Cooper Rush in the game, I think, for as long as they had in the preseason. But I think those are going to be like those two are going to be the three plus Lamar Jackson are going to be the three quarterbacks for the Ravens going
Are
forward.
you sure they don't start Cooper Rush?
I mean, if they do, I honestly would be interested to see how he plays in regular season. But at the same time,
your fantasy is cooked.
Yeah, my fantasy is cooked. Absolutely, it is cooked. We'll get to that later, but like, but like, if they start him, I'd be interested to see like how he does just from like a team perspective. And I really think he's done well on the Ravens, and I was actually surprised by that. I think he just needed like a change in like coaching, a change in leadership, a change in like how he's like handling coaching and all that. Like that I think has helped him propel and like do so well that he's been doing in the preseason. I think he's a really good backup for Lamar Jackson if he ever gets injured or they sit him out. So.
And he did good on the Cowboys. I was thinking of the Star, and I was like, what are their names? They're irrelevant. He did okay on the Cowboys as a backup. Like he wasn't generational, but he didn't suck by any means.
No, but the Cowboys don't have a good offensive line, a good defensive line, and the Ravens are a much better team at that. They have a better offensive line at least. So, he was doing pretty well. And Devin Leary, I didn't watch him as much, but from his stats, he's looking pretty good too. They just can't put Tyler Huntley back on the Ravens because the Browns let him go.
The Browns actually cut quarterbacks. That's crazy.
Can you believe
they went from
it?
6 to 4.
They went from 6 to 4. Then you don't count Watson to actually only have three quarterbacks on the roster. A normal 3 quarterbacks. That's crazy.
Who would have thought?
Absolutely. Who would have thought? Absolutely. So yeah, that's my rant. Ravens look good, and I'm looking forward to the start of the season in a couple weeks.
I still believe that the Ravens are going to be like the #1 team in the AFC this year, like so easily.
I'll tell you, Bills going 17-0.
I mean, besides, the Bills are going 17-0, and I stand by that. But the Ravens are going 16-1, and their only losses coming to the Packers. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, 16-1.
All right, well, I'll go. Panthers played Steelers in the week 3 preseason. Really nothing of note. The Panthers didn't play 33 players. They rested pretty much all of the starters. So it was backups versus backups, and it sure looked like it.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting to that third week of preseason where it's like nothing really of interest is happening, at least for most of the teams that like we care about.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I mean, it was some truly baffling football. Like, there was only one play that stands out in my mind from that game. It's the end of the first half. The Panthers just scored a touchdown, right? So they kick the ball off. Steelers get it. They've got 12 seconds on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
They're at the own 30 or whatever. So the Steeler quarterback takes the ball, yucks it down the field, and the receivers just open for a 50-yard gain, and the Steelers kick a field goal at the end of the half. I'm just like,
Vintage Panthers.
What are we doing? There's a linebacker, a quarterback, and a safety that just let the receiver run up the field for 50 yards.
That's crazy.
and the Panthers defensive coordinator's in the booth, and he's all like, just like we practiced.
just 12 seconds, boys. One play. All you got to do is guard the man. Whatever. All those players involved in that play got cut. So,
okay.
It's like how 4 of the linemen who let Shedeur Sanders get sacked also got cut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You put your second and third string in, and you realize, they can't block anything. Yeah, probably not a good idea to keep them around. But it's just what the preseason's for, to see who's gonna be the best fit for your team, the best chance to win. Speaking of that, apparently the big news for the Panthers this week will be Adam Thielen, because the Vikings want him back.
Really?
Oh.
Well, it's a good thing I drafted him for my works fantasy then, which we'll get into.
Yeah. So the Vikings reached out to see if they can get Adam Thielen back. You know, the 35-year-old wide receiver, and and so the two teams have been talking. However, there hasn't been a agreement yet. The Panthers want a little bit more than, like, say, a 5th-round pick. I think the Vikings have been offering.
Mm-hmm.
Panthers want a little bit more because they can get more, not just a day 3 pick. So that'll be interesting. I don't know about that trade because Adam Thielen is our veteran wide receiver in the room. Other than that, we've got of the 6 receivers that we kept, 2 are rookies, 2 are second-year guys, and then 1 guy. I don't know how long David Moore's been around. He is a veteran, but he's not Adam Thielen veteran. So we have a
He's
young
not 35 years old.
Precisely. Yeah. So having Adam Thielen around would be great to help teach these guys and whatnot. So I don't know. And another thing about wide receivers in the Panthers had brought in Hunter Renfrow in for camp. And today, on the Tuesday, the 53-man rosters must happen. He did get cut today, which that surprised me. I thought the Panthers would have kept Hunter Renfrow. If this trade does happen, it could possibly we see Hunter Renfrow get signed back on. But that's just that won't cut me off guard.
Yeah, especially because it's Hunter Renfrow. It's a name that you recognize. It's a name that has done well in the past. And it's like when you're a wide receiver in the NFL, you kind of go 2 routes. You either go the route where you're like the cemented wide receiver who gets a lot of passes and does well every year on your one team, or you jump from team to team where you just kind of are that secondary guy until you go to the next team to be the secondary guy, with a few exceptions like Randy Moss, but those are the exceptions. But you'll notice that, like, once you're no longer the number 1 guy, you become the number 2 guy everywhere else. And you just kind of back up those number 1 guys, kind of like what Hunter Renfrow did. He kind of was the number 1 guy in Vegas, right? It was Vegas, right? He was on the Raiders.
Yes, he was with the Raiders.
And he was the number 1 guy there for years, and then he became the number 2 guy and just kind of drifted around, and nobody heard from him ever again.
Well, what happened is that he got diagnosed with I'm going to mispronounce this, ulcerative colitis, ulcerative. I can't do words.
That's okay. Listen, we're
none
of us here are doctors, all right? If we were, we wouldn't be doing a sports podcast.
Yeah, so he wasn't in the league last year. And he had debated on just retiring because of this illness. He is better, and it was according to the stories, his college coach Dabo Sweeney had to convince him, hey, give it another shot. So he sought out Carolina because he's from the area. I believe he grew up in South Carolina, so he would be near family and whatnot. So it's just tough that shockingly he didn't make the cut. So we'll see what happens if this Adam Thielen deal happens, and then Hunter Renfrow will probably be brought back. But I don't know. That's really what to talk about Panthers right now. It's just what's happening with Adam Thielen. So
Right.
All I want to know is that Adam Thielen's going to be starting somewhere. Otherwise, one of my fantasies is cooked.
Look, I'm sure if we can't come to a conclusion with, let's say, draft picks for Adam Thielen, we can do a player-for-player trade with Minnesota. We will give you Adam Thielen. You give us Justin Jefferson.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, the
go.
Bryce Young to
you do
Justin
it.
Jefferson will be legendary.
Yeah, I think that's a fair trade. One wide receiver for another.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
Equal value.
Yeah.
And come on,
Equal
I guarantee
value in
you
terms
that
of
trade goes
position, but
down.
Not monetary.
In 15 years from now, when people talk about Justin Jefferson's legendary career, they're going to remember him as a Panther.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, that's all the Panthers news this week. And how did the Packers do?
I actually had some notes on the Packers. Let me bring up the Packers stats here real quick so I can show on the screen. This is the best that they looked all preseason, and it's not even close, right? Like, it's literally not even close. So I'm going to bring that up. And then with my notes, I literally didn't take too many notes because I got to sit back and relax and go, wow, this is pretty good. Malik Willis had one interception, and that interception hit the ground, okay? And then they went to review it, and they saw that it hit the ground, and they still called it an interception, and I don't know. I think the NFL's rigged this year or something like that. But it was very clearly
it's always rigged.
Hitting the ground. Other than that, because again,
Preseason ref ball.
It was preseason ref ball. You know how it is, right? They're just trying to hit their over-unders. This is where all the NFL refs like get away with gambling before the season actually starts. Because once the season starts and the games have meaning, then they get investigated. But in the preseason, nobody cares.
Yep.
So if they have the over-under on Malik Willis interceptions, oh yeah, that's well caught. Yeah, sure, why not? What do you think, Bruce? Yeah, okay, yeah. Turnover.
The referees.
Cha-ching, that's $3,000. You know?
Yeah. The referees are trying to meet their quotas for getting away with like bullshit calls like that before the actual season starts.
Could you imagine if referees were like policemen, where you have to hit a quota by the end of the month? Like policemen have to write tickets, but and the referees have to throw flags. It's all like, Jordan, I saw you only threw 8 flags so far this month. You're low on your quota. I better see 3 holding calls and a pass interference next week.
Speed traps, but just for pass interference.
He's going to be like, but I'm on the Chiefs game. Then call it on the other team. What do you want from me? So the Packers actually looked really good. They had the cool guy. Let's go scroll down. Matthew Golden went in for 1 catch for 39 yards, and it was a tough catch, and it was all anyone needed to see to be like, that's my guy. Get him in there. And so everyone's expecting not only is he starting, he's probably going to be wide receiver 1. Which my thing with the Packers has always been that they don't need a wide receiver 1. I think the whole like title of wide receiver 1 is like overused, because then you know who they're probably going to most of the time, right? If you have a designated wide receiver 1, you know who to put your best guy on against them to weaken their offense. If you know who their wide receiver 1 is, you know who to double in the red zone. But if you don't have anyone who is your standout guy and they're all just pretty much equally as talented, or in the Packers case, they all equally drop the ball as much, then you don't know where the ball is going. And I always thought that was the beauty of the Packers offense, is that if you could at least get dudes who can catch, it doesn't have to be anything phenomenal. What the Packers always did well was scheme people open. So it's like, oh, you see Christian Watson going up the seam and he's running a fly route, and you're going to double him to not give up the home run ball. Guess what? That means Romeo Doubs is open going through the middle of the field. Oh, so now you see me throwing to Doubs a lot. Let's double Doubs. Guess what? Now Jaden Reed is open on the right side here for a screen pass, and he's going to take it down for 20 yards. And that's what the Packers were really good at. So having a wide receiver 1, I think, plays against their scheme. But I am happy that there is going to be somebody who can finally catch the ball. Hopefully,
you'll have some consistency there, and that's good. Absolutely.
That's what. Side
note. Speaking of Christian Watson, I saw this photo today, and it really looks like that he's from like that one guy from LMFAO.
He does look like he's party rocking. Let's go. That's my wide receiver who's still out with an ACL.
Yeah.
All right,
that's my shout out.
Yeah. That's a great shout out. Thank you for sharing.
Shout out.
Best shout out of the day. But can I also say that I was thoroughly impressed with the Packers' defense? Like, they did hold Seattle to 7 points, and I know it's the preseason. You're playing against secondaries, but they were able to get 4 turnovers. 4, which is pretty darn good. And I think they were all like there was one intercept. No, I think it was just all fumbles. They just forced 4 fumbles and recovered all of them. And nice. Yeah, and they looked pretty good doing it. So giving up only 1 score, giving up only 1 interception that wasn't an interception, and then having 4 fumbles go your way is exactly what you want to see from defense. Because it's like stopping plays is great, but one of the most consistent like stats that goes towards winning games other than scoring points, like number 1 is scoring points, but number 2 is turnover ratio. If you are turning over the ball less than the other team, if you are getting more takeaways than the other team, you are probably going to win more ball games. And so
takeaways are a great way to win games.
Because then statistically, that means your team has the ball more often and has more chances to score than their team. And that just usually leads to more points. That's just simple math. If you get 9 chances to score touchdowns and they only get 4, you're probably going to score more touchdowns.
This doesn't compute.
Simple math.
Simple math. And then Noah's like, I'm the IT guy, but I don't get it. But that's what they did last year. They were actually one of the best in the league at turnover ratios. Even though Jordan Love did throw his handful of picks, he was still a 2-to-1 ratio touchdown to interception, which is more than fine. They had one of the most takeaway heavy defenses in the league. They might have given up a fair amount of like pass yards here and there, but if you can get those takeaways, you're going to win ball games. So
who was it? Xavier McKinney with 5 interceptions in a row.
He had 5 in a row and 8 on the season. I love Xavier McKinney. Shout out my boy. I love him. And I think that's all I really had to say about the Packers. But you know me, I always love talking about the Packers. Their kickers still look good. Defense looked great, and everybody else was backups. And so I'm just excited for the very first week. And we will talk about all of the week 1 matchups next week, where we're probably going to spend the entire episode going over game by game because we have literally nothing to like expect. So of course we're going to fabricate everything and make up a bunch of scenarios in our heads.
We're going to fantasize about how our team's going to go to the Super Bowl based off the ages of the quarterbacks. That's just going to be the default thing that we're doing next week.
Dude, actually, I don't know if did I share that in here? I must have earlier. I'll share it on the podcast here as well. But we actually had I did. We had a string of people who saw it on TikTok. The little short that I made that I uploaded about how Jordan Love is 26 years old and therefore or turning 27 and therefore he's going to the Super Bowl, and then you're like, but the logo theory, and I was like, okay, but it's green and yellow, so that's also the Packers. So it's obviously absolute nonsense. We're here not because we know a lot about football, but because we want to have a good time and enjoy doing this. But people took that seriously. They saw the first 4 seconds of Tom asking me, do you think the Packers are going to the Super Bowl? And I go, yes. And then they stopped listening and started commenting because we've got Baby Billy going, Packers are going to be 4th in the NFC North. Cam Deathlock going, absolutely not. Hale Carter is being like, won't even finish 1st in the division. Zay goes,
they don't
Jordan
need
Love,
to finish first.
Jordan Love is hashtag not good. Zaylolf goes, the most Homer take ever, and I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't know if he's trying to call us a name or if this is like a reference to the Odyssey.
No, Homer Simpson.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Is it Homer Simpson? Yeah.
And then Matthew Lensmeyer saying, Jordan Love has never had full good year. He's Dak Prescott light at best. If he was QB for nobody team like Titans with same stats, we wouldn't be talking about him. Y'all will go 10-7 maybe. And then there was 8 replies where he got in a fight with an Eagles fan about whether Jalen Hurts was actually good or not, because that's TikTok. And I was like, hey, listen, I'm just gonna let them go.
No, just throwing the Titans out on left field is just crazy to me. What? The Titans out of all teams?
If he was on nobody team.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Oh, I love TikTok. I'm going to keep uploading these little clips and shorts just to get a rise out of people. We have a whole 2 followers over there, but we've got hundreds of views from angry fans. It's awesome.
Well, we'll take the engagement.
Yeah, we'll take it. Thanks.
Maybe they just spit up an Angry Fans podcast,
Please leave more weird comments. We will absolutely put them on blast during episodes. We should make that a segment.
Absolutely.
Reading angry comments, yeah.
Reading incoherent comments. What is this guy babbling about? All right, you guys want to talk about who might potentially be Rookie of the Year?
I know I got my pick, but I'll let y'all go first.
Here, I will share this so that you can bring up exactly what I'm looking at, and we can go over it together. But this is the official sportsbook likelihood, the sportsbook odds of who is going to take Rookie of the Year. And the first one, Ashton Genty, most likely at a plus 300. And I'm kind of in the same boat where I drafted him for fantasy. I'm really high on this guy. I saw him play in Boise State, and I think he has what it takes. After that first preseason week when he did terrible, the next 2 weeks, the little action he got actually looked pretty good, and I think if he's consistently out there, he's going to get 100 yards every week. That's just going to be a constant. He could overperform and get up to 150 and 2 touchdowns, but I think he's good for like 100 and a touchdown every single week. But that's just me getting into a specific. But let me go through the list. We've got Cam Ward. Is Hampton the running back that they brought onto the Chargers? Is that who that is?
Marion Hampton, yes.
Okay, and then Travis Hunter, of course. I'm surprised he's actually not higher. Henderson for the Patriots. McMillan for the Panthers. Where's McMillan play? What's his position?
He's a wide receiver.
When was he drafted? What round was that?
First round.
Really?
8th pick. Yeah, the first pick for the Panthers.
Bryce Young.
We all wanted defense. Yeah, we wanted defense because, 32nd in the league, historically the worst defense. No, the best defense is a good offense, apparently.
Yeah,
you know what? It's true. Egbuka for the for the Buccaneers, Matthew Golden for the Packers, Jackson Dart for the Giants, and then everybody else is irrelevant. They're just except
I'll tell you one player who probably won't be in the running, and that's Tyler Shuck of the Saints, because he did not win the quarterback competition.
No, he did not. We got
Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler, starter.
Yeah,
There's a few others on here that are like way down there that I thought were kind of interesting. Shedeur Sanders is on the list, but so is Dylan Gabriel. He's also on the list. No, those are the only ones I thought were interesting. Yeah, the rest of these are like, I never heard of any of them, and so they're probably all long shots.
Tyler Loop's not on this list, and I'm very upset.
I know.
But you know what? It makes sense.
Usually kickers don't win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, it makes sense because these look like to be all offense players, and like
it usually is.
Tyler Loop is technically a special teams like thing in the kicker. So like,
I believe only offensive players can win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
true.
It is under Offensive Rookie of the Year. To be fair,
there's no special teams Rookie of the Year because that's kind of
there is no special teams Rookie of the Year. No.
Do they even have? I mean, they probably have Defensive Rookie of the Year, right? But like
they do.
But that's just because they took it away from being just an overall Rookie of the Year so that they could have 2 different Rookies of the Year, because it is very different skill sets, offense and defense.
Absolutely.
Man.
I'll give you my take, though. Offensive Rookie of the Year is going to Travis Hunter.
You think so? You put that 1,200 down?
I'd also put down on Defensive Rookie of the Year is also going to be Travis Hunter.
Double up? Let's go! Yo, can you parlay that?
I'm sure you can.
You probably could. Absolutely.
They bring him up for Offensive Rookie of the Year, and they're like, hey, congratulations. No, don't take a seat. You're going to be right back here.
Yeah, don't sit down yet.
Don't sit down. We got the other one coming out.
Yep.
But I think Noah brings up a good point. We do need a Special Teams Rookie of the Year, all right, for our kickers and punters and placeholders.
Look, hey, get a rookie who's really good at punt coverage, recognize him,
Or could we at least get like a kicker of the year? Because I feel like that's never a thing, right? They've never had a kicker of the year. And there's a lot of like people who are phenomenal kickers, whether it's like breaking records for distance or accuracy or consistency, or maybe just having really clutch moments where they won, 5 of their 17 games when the clock hit 0 at 40 plus or even 50 plus yard field goals. I feel like if you're that clutch, you should be in run for kicker of the year. However, as far as I know, such award doesn't exist, at least not in the NFL.
No, it doesn't.
Come on, NFL.
That's very sad.
Why are you shafting our special teams?
We need more participation trophies.
All right, but it's absolutely no surprise that I'm thinking Ashton Genty probably takes it. I feel he's going to be just consistent, and that's what you want. Where you would hope that the quarterbacks on the list are also consistent, like Cam Ward. You'd want him to do well, being literally the first overall pick entirely. But like he did okay in the preseason, but is he even going to play the whole season? Is he going to play all 17 games? A lot of the times they throw out the rookie quarterback, they struggle a little bit, and they bench him. That's just what happens in the NFL.
They play the rookie quarterback who doesn't have a good O-line, and he dies behind the O-line, and then,
Mm-hmm.
And then they spend the next year's draft pick on an O-lineman. There you go.
Yep.
Because when a team usually drafts a quarterback first overall, there's a lot of problems with that team.
Mm-hmm.
The quarterback just can't solve on their own.
But I'll say this. So even though Ashton Genty is my first pick, my second pick is not anyone from the top 5. My second pick is actually Jackson Dart. Because
I was actually looking at the game. I was like,
did you see him play in preseason?
I didn't, but explain.
There's a reason why the Giants went 3-0 in preseason. I know they were playing everybody else's like secondaries and second strings and third strings, but Jackson Dart had a really solid preseason. As much as people are trying to like hype up Shedeur Sanders, Jackson Dart did like quietly good. And he was consistent, and he made good decisions, and he didn't take too many sacks, and I don't know if he didn't completely turn the ball over. I'd have to bring up some stats here real quick. But it was actually shocking to me how good the Giants looked in preseason. And it kind of pains me that they have 4 quarterbacks in their room, and they're going to have to probably get rid of one of them.
Tommy DeVito did get released today, so...
Man, somebody got to pick up Tommy DeVito. He had 3 touchdowns in that preseason game. I like Tommy DeVito. Like the thing is that
I think you should go to the Las Vegas Raiders with everyone else.
Oh, that would be great actually. Take him as a backup instead of Tyler Huntley. Tommy DeVito he's just comedy. And the thing is they had such a fun like quarterback room minus Russell Wilson. Well, they had Jameis Winston, Jackson Dart, and Tommy DeVito just out there having a good time, being like, "We throwing touchdowns. We got a hat trick for my boy." I can't believe he throws 3 touchdowns and they cut him.
Did you see the clip of Jackson Dart feeding Jameis Winston the W?
Feeding him the W. He's like, it's so good. All right, I want to bring up some of these real quick. So, player stats, Giants, Jackson Dart, 6 for 12, 81 yards and a touchdown. Not too bad. That was just in the last game. During the Jets, let's see, Giants, Jackson Dart, 14 for 16, 137 and a touchdown. That is really good accuracy. That he only missed 2 passes. That's kind of crazy. And then the very first week, player stats, Jackson Dart, 12 for 19, 154 and a touchdown. Did not turn the ball over once. Touchdown every game. Look consistent. Honestly, if they start him, if they literally just like cut out Russell Wilson because dude is old. Sorry, he is. So is Aaron Rodgers. Get him out of the league too. Completely different topic. But Jackson Dart, I think they're going to bring him in probably within a few weeks after Russell Wilson really isn't showing any progress. And I think he's going to play well. I don't know if he's going to play phenomenal, but I think he's going to play well. So my sleeper pick for you guys out there, if you don't think it's going to be Ashton Genty or if for some reason a freak accident happens and a couple of these guys get hurt, keep a lookout for Jackson Dart as he sneakily goes up that list and is more likely for NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year.
It would be crazy if he comes in, say week 6, and he's only got 12 games worth of stats if he wins it.
Yeah. That would be crazy, right? Hold on. New York Giants schedule, because you say week 6, and I'm like, is that when they play? Is that when they play the Packers? Because I know they play the Packers. No, that's the Eagles. That would be crazy. Comes in and like beats the daylight out of the Eagles, though. That'd be wild. I would love to see that. Honestly, Jackson Dart, I will put all my money on you to be Offensive Rookie of the Year if you come in and beat the Eagles twice in 3 weeks. Please do it. It would make me incredibly happy. It would be the funniest thing ever.
Seeing the Giants beat a good team is always funny because you just point to the left, the good team.
Yep.
All right, you guys want to get into some funny, is there any other games you guys wanted to talk about at least? Anything off the top of your head?
Everything in week 3 was, hey, backups, go out and play, see who gets to make the 53-man roster.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I don't know if you saw, but the Bears and Chiefs game was actually interesting, where it wasn't necessarily like the starters playing. They had Patrick Mahomes and Caleb Williams go out there in the first place. The Chiefs had a sizable lead, but then like when all the backups went in, the backups for the Bears actually started going down, running methodical drives and scoring. And literally a guy on the Bears caught a touchdown pass with 2 seconds left on the clock to take the lead and win the game. And so all they need to do is do that in the preseason and beat the Chiefs, and everyone will love them. But because it's in the preseason, technically it doesn't mean anything. However, it was very entertaining.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs deserve a little taste of their own of their own medicine.
I agree. Whoever beats the Chiefs is a friend of mine.
One of these years, the Chiefs aren't going to make the playoffs, and everyone will celebrate.
Mm-hmm. Or at least they're going to lose in the playoffs, and everyone's going to celebrate. I hate waiting until the Super Bowl to watch them lose. Can't they get beat by like the Broncos in like the wild card round, please? Please, is that so much?
That would
to
be
ask?
ideal. That would be.
I would give up the Packers going to the Super Bowl if I could watch the Chiefs get knocked out by what is considered a lesser team. I would love that. Okay, but it'd still make the Packers go to the conference championship. Okay, so I'd like a little middle ground.
Oh, yeah, we're bargaining here, huh?
We're bargaining. I'm not saying Packers miss the playoffs entirely. I'm just saying forego their ability to go to the Super Bowl. Okay, I got some standards.
There you go.
All right, Tom. Tell me this. What do you know about fantasy football?
Yes.
Do you know at least how fantasy football works?
You get points based on how well a player does. And
yes.
you go up against another person who made their drafts, and most points win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, no, he gets it. That was a good explanation, especially for those at home who might not know. All three of you. But anyway,
yeah.
So
I'm one of them.
Three.
It's us three. We have no idea, which we're gonna prove once we show off our teams here. So I'm gonna have Tom go over, and he's gonna judge my team. He's gonna judge Noah's team, and then he's gonna judge a couple of random teams along with us as we look through this. But it is important to keep in mind that, especially when you're in these larger leagues, you don't get to necessarily just choose all the best players back to back. Typically, it's like you gotta choose whatever good players remaining as everybody else like sucks up all the good ones. But I would love to showcase some of these. And I hate
that happened to me twice.
You really wanted Derrick Henry. I know you did.
I did.
All right, but there is something to be said, Noah, about putting all your eggs in one basket. You probably don't want all of the Ravens players.
No.
Because if the Ravens have
one...
I
want to beat Coach Harbaugh. Come on, man.
You should have renamed your team to Coach Harbaugh.
Yeah.
You still have time. You can do it.
Nah, I like the name that I picked for my team. I'm not changing.
That's totally fair. Mm-hmm.
All right, speaking of names, I am judging you based on a lot of things. First off is your names. Aaron, what's the name of your team?
Okay, well, here, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to copy and paste this into the Discord so you can see it. That is my team, and my team name is Single Moms on Instagram.
Let's go!
I love that.
I've been rocking that name for so long, and it's just kind of stuck
forever.
well after I got married. Like, before I even met my current wife, you know? Like, I was... My current wife. It's my only wife.
Current wife.
But way before I met her, I was rocking this name just because, like, when I was single and hating myself, I used to just, like, message girls on Instagram, and some of them were absolutely single moms. And they were wonderful people. Shout out, they know who they are. They're not watching this. I hope they're not watching this. But they were wonderful people, but I definitely didn't go anywhere with that. So anyway, you can see
let's take a look at the list.
This is the team that I've got in the same league that I'm playing with Noah. So my quarterback, we got Josh Allen.
Seems like a good pick.
Mm-hmm. Wide receiver, Jackson Smith Najigba.
I know it's 6 out of 10.
Okay, he was not my first pick. This is not the order that they were picked, just so you know.
Yeah.
All right? So, like, I had to go with what I could because a lot of people are snatching up wide receivers.
Yeah.
Second wide receiver, Cortland Sutton.
I think he is one of the more favorite receiving targets in Denver.
He is wide receiver 1 in Denver, and Bo Nix he showed real promise towards the end of last year, and they're hoping that he carries it into this year without a sophomore slump. So if Bo Nix is anywhere near good, then Cortland Sutton should get some touches. Running back is Ashton Genty. that did end up being my number one pick, just because of the fact that I went 6th or 7th, and everyone else is like greedy little grubby with their mine. Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, mine. Bijan Robinson, mine. So that was the best running back I could get on the list.
No, literally being in the middle of that cycle was like the worst part. And like I was the last one to go, but always the first one on the next round. So I was able to pick.
So you could double up, yeah.
Yeah.
My other
like
running
being
back,
in the middle of that just like awful.
Other running back is Bucky Irving, which
that's actually a sneaky good.
I know. That's what I heard. He's supposed to be sneakily good this year, especially in the division he's in. If he's playing the Panthers twice a year, sorry, Tom. Apparently he's going to get some touches and he's going to play well.
Well, he was a rookie last year and had over 1,000 yards. Yeah. So that's why people are liking him. So
they assume he can only get better.
Yeah. So running backs, pretty good. Pretty good.
I think that these are above average running backs. Not top tier, but I think this will do me just good enough, and Josh Allen is just going to carry me every week. But we've got Tucker Kraft for a tight end, because by the time everyone started choosing tight ends and it got around to me, that was the best one I could get left over. However, also shout out, Kraft Mac and Cheese is partnering with Tucker Kraft, and if you draft Tucker Kraft on your fantasy team and you send them a screenshot, they'll send you free mac and cheese. So, who's the real loser here? I don't see a problem with this.
No.
Okay. Knowing that, this is your best draft.
That was the best pick. Round 1, Tucker Kraft. Let's go.
I love that.
Flex wide receiver Rashid Rice, because Patrick Mahomes is always going to throw touchdowns.
As long as he's not driving a car.
Yeah, right. True. To stay off the roads, Rashid. Then, my backups, we got Jared Goff, which I think is an excellent backup pick for when Josh Allen's on a bye week. Jared Goff did throw some of the most touchdowns last year. Austin Eckler, which I might actually sub in as a running back 1 for some weeks, especially if there's a bye week where Bucky Irving and Ashton Genty aren't on. So I like my running backs. Dalton Kincaid, Buffalo tight end, which I think will also healthily mix in there. Jacoby Myers, which that was towards the end of the draft, all right? And then Brandon Aubrey kicker and a Baltimore defense. What do you think, Tom? A through F.
Brandon Aubrey, probably a good pick.
Especially since you get more points for the longer kicks. Yeah. He's kicking a 70-yarder this year, I'm telling you.
Yeah, probably. You've made some nice players, but I'm giving you a grade of A only because of the Kraft mac and cheese.
Let's go! All right, but if it wasn't Kraft, what would it be?
Oh, if it was like Velveeta or something, it's a D.
Oh, you know what? That's fair. Honestly, I take those. Yahoo, I think.
Kraft mac and cheese is so much better than Velveeta.
Yahoo gave me like a C. No, it gave me a B. That's what it was. I don't trust Yahoo though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Yahoo's all like, that's a B. That's a B tier. All right, well, now we're going to judge. Mr. Noah's here. Noah, you don't need to necessarily share the name of your team, because I know it is a little personal to you.
I will share part of it. It's the grandmothers.
It's the grandmothers.
I know.
Yeah. Tom knows. Tom's aware of it. So
introduce your team, Noah.
Yeah, so my quarterback, no surprise, is Lamar Jackson. Although he wasn't questionable until today, so now I'm a little worried.
He's not going to be questionable.
He's got a week and a half.
Yeah, he's going to be
a week and a half. But why is it telling me that it's questionable when it's not? Anyway, first wide receiver is Devontae Adams. Second wide receiver is George Pickens. And I was told that was a good sleeper pick. Josh
I don't
Jacobs.
think it is.
You don't think it? Continue. Would you like to explain why it's a bad?
Well, consider it. He's got this thing called attitude, and he seems unfocused, and he likes to throw punches and fight.
So what he's saying is George Pickens is going to go for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns week 1, and then punch somebody and be suspended for the next 5 games.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
It's hard to I think score points if you're not playing the game.
True. That is a fair point. Josh Jacobs for a running back, and James Cook also for a running back. I got Mark Andrews as a tight end.
If only he can catch a ball from 2 feet away.
Oh my god! Don't remind me.
Listen, Tom, it was cold that day. Okay, his fingies.
Yeah, it's poor little piggies. That's not an excuse. You play in Baltimore where it also gets cold.
Not as cold as Buffalo. Anyway, Ricky Pearsall for flex. I honestly just needed to pick somebody. This was the
only thing I know about Ricky Pearsall is that this is his second year in the league, and before he even played a game in his rookie year last year, he was on IR because he got shot.
I do remember that. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a robbery attempt gone bad in San Francisco, I believe, and he just got shot. So, yeah.
But he's not projected to be bad, okay? He's just nobody really knows.
I don't particularly know. So,
Okay. I have Justin Fields as a bench quarterback.
Which low-key, I'm not gonna say he's a great pick, but it could be a sleeper pick.
It could be.
It could be, and that's
pick.
what fantasy is built off of, baby.
A lot of my
dreams.
team is like, it could be a bad team, it could be a good team. It depends on how they play. Chris Olave, I think.
I skipped one.
Olave.
Olave.
Chris Olave as a bench. I also drafted Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts,
Kyle
my goat,
Pitts, baby. He's my
goat.
He's done nothing. He's seriously done nothing since he's been drafted.
Can I tell you a funny little tidbit? So in the ESPN league, when I was doing my ESPN one, Kyle Pitts was like maybe 13th, 12th on the list of tight ends where it's all like, here's projected points. However, on the Yahoo league, he was top 3. And that should show you the validity of how much you should trust the Yahoo league. They clearly know what they're talking about.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
This to me is a sleeper pick. If he does well, which I doubt he will, but if he actually does well, you guys are going to be like, man, that kid was smart.
Noah bringing up every single person. Benched? Every single person on his team who's like, I don't know who this is, but it's a sleeper pick. Mark Andrews, sleeper pick.
That actually happened. All right, kickers. I got Cameron Dicker the kicker as my kicker, and Tyler Loop as a bench.
Mm-hmm. Kicker the Dicker has been your best pick so far of your team.
I mean, okay,
Lamar Jackson,
and then Dicker the kicker.
No, Dicker the kicker. Only because it rhymes.
I do like the Josh Jacobs picks, but that's because I'm partial.
Because that's a Homer Simpson take right there.
Yeah, it is. I'm a Homer Simpson type of guy. You know what I mean?
Defenses, I have Kansas City as my primary and Cleveland as the secondary. Honestly, I just needed to fill in some bench spots. So definitely.
Hey, I'm sorry. You took Cleveland.
Yes. I did take Cleveland.
A team projected to be really bad this year.
I should clarify for the audience watching, this is my first year doing fantasy. So I will learn over time.
He's really banking on Myles Garrett for getting a few sacks every week.
I like the Kansas City pick.
Yeah.
Because they were more defense than offense last year. But Cleveland? Noah?
I did pick Cleveland, yes.
The Cleveland Browns.
Yes.
You picked the Cleveland Browns.
I am a Joe Flacco fan second, okay?
I'm surprised you didn't draft Joe Flacco.
I couldn't! Someone took him!
That's even worse! Somebody else took him!
I think!
You have to... you can trade, right?
Yeah.
No, a trade for Joe Flacco.
No, I guess I'll have to. I'll have to give up Justin Fields, I guess.
No, give up Lamar Jackson. You have a new QB1.
Why would I do that?
Because you have your QB1.
Oh my god.
Your GOAT, Joe Flacco.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody picked Joe Flacco, but I'm pretty sure I couldn't pick him at the end of it. Actually, no. This is what happened. I literally was going to pick him as a third quarterback, but I couldn't. So I picked something different. I don't remember.
It capped you on quarterback picks. That's what it did.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. It capped you on quarterback picks. I picked Lamar Jackson. Then I picked Justin Fields. And then I tried to do like a third quarterback, because the Ravens got 3. I should be able to do 3 in my own draft. Like, nope, they capped me at 2. Like, what the hell, guys? Like, come on.
All right, Tom.
I couldn't draft my goat.
What is your official rating?
I haven't gone through defense yet.
Well, no, we're not even gonna go through that. I didn't even screenshot it. We're just doing the general stuff.
No, Noah, you failed. Straight up. This is straight up.
Yahoo rated this team as a D.
Wow, they're kind to you.
Yeah,
actually,
they're very kind.
A D in Yahoo is an A+ everywhere else, to be fair.
True. Fair enough.
Oh yeah. No. The only good pick is Dicka the Kicker.
Yep.
Arguably Lamar Jackson.
I did pick Myles Garrett for defense, but yeah.
All right, you guys want to see something absolutely wild, though? So my work started a league because they were like, hey, it would be something fun that we can all do, because the office is such it's a place of community and camaraderie. There's like a dozen of us there. I'm not kidding when I said we took an hour break from working and just played Taboo today. We're like, everybody into the kitchen, we're playing Taboo. Everyone stopped working. It wasn't lunch. It was just, hey, let's take an hour and play Taboo.
That's awesome.
I love that.
So we also did like a 45-minute potluck yesterday where we're all like, all right, everybody, let's draft some footballers. And out of like the 10 people in the league, only 3 people actually watched football. So you know exactly where this is going. All right, so this is...
I know where this is going.
This is my team, which I was also like the 7th pick. So I'm surprised a lot of these didn't get picked, but also like... brand new players to the game who have no idea who any of these people are, and so I was really just kind of fighting amongst 2 or 3 people here, right? So
yeah, this is a stacked team. What the
I
heck?
know, that's what I'm saying. So first we got QB Joe Burrow. We got Derrick Henry, just for you, Noah, just for you. I was thinking of you. We got Josh Jacobs as the second running back. A.J. Brown, wide receiver. Mike Evans, who's guaranteed 1,000 yards every year.
Minimum, yeah.
Yeah. Sam Laporta, because it was, of the tight ends, one of the other guys actually took Brock Bowers. So I was like, all right, I'll take the second best one. I'll take Sam Laporta. Zay Flowers, which I think, is going to pair nicely as another wide receiver. The Broncos defense, I got Brandon Aubrey again as kicker because I was like, I feel like that's just the best choice. I'm surprised he's so far down on the list. And then I got some just kind of a few random ones on the bench. I got I got the Pittsburgh kicker because Pittsburgh is just always kicking the ball. They can never score a touchdown, especially with Aaron Rodgers this year. Mm-hmm, they're not making it to the end zone. Lots and lots of field goals happening. Hollywood Brown was literally the last person I picked. I'll probably drop him and pick up somebody else, so he was just there. I got the running back for Denver, Dobbins. He's supposed to be pretty good. I got Ferguson as a backup tight end. I got Bo Nix as a backup. Bo Nix, my goat, as a backup quarterback. And then I put Lions defense, and then Adam Thielen as my backup wide receiver. What do you think of that pick there?
Right now, pretty good, but maybe after this week, he might not be a Panther anymore. Then yeah, it'd be like, why'd you do that?
But that means he's going to get even more catches, especially since Addison is going to be out for the first few games, so the Vikings are going to need that second guy. Although I probably won't play him because of the fact that I also have Mike Evans and A.J. Brown, so and Zay Flowers. So, but it's good just to have him. All right, so what do you think of this team?
You took advantage of people who didn't know what they were doing, Aaron. This should be illegal.
Hey, yeah. How could you do this, Aaron?
A+.
Taking advantage.
Woo! I got an A+ on something. Take that, high school.
No. S+. This is a Sonic game now.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but can I then shift it to some of the other teams that are in this league and just kind of give you some very interesting picks is what I'll say.
Now,
I'm hiding names.
Seen this.
I'm not going to say who any of this is. I kind of put these
I haven't
screenshots
seen
in
the
there.
actual picks, but I'm aware of how they started. So
So just so you know, just so everyone's aware, the first overall pick in my work league was Christian McCaffrey. Which, it's not a terrible pick.
Maybe 5 years ago.
As a first overall pick, it's kind of interesting. So here we go. Let me share this first one with you. This is somebody's team that I know that they don't necessarily know what they're doing because, first of all, they didn't draft a defense or a kicker. It's just empty. they just didn't. So
they don't need them.
They don't need that. Their quarterback, this is the person who went first overall. They got Dak Prescott, Christian McCaffrey, and then I'm not sure who this is for Atlanta. Rashad White? Is that's the running? No, that's the wide receiver.
I thought he was a comedian.
Rashad White's he's on the Bucks.
Yeah. And then Jalen Waddle, Deebo Samuels, Mark Andrews, David Montgomery, which is not a terrible pick, but he's not
Knuckles.
Yeah, he's not the number one, but he does well. And then on the bench they got Joe Mixon. I'm trying to remember who this is on the Texans. Christian Kirk, is that who it is?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
As a wide receiver, Caleb Williams. And then the I'm thinking that's the tight end for the Falcons.
Tyler Algier is a running back.
Oh, running back. He must be he's the secondary guy behind Bijan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Higgins on the Texans as well. So they definitely overloaded on running backs and wide receivers and did not get any kickers or defenses because they just, I don't know, maybe they think Christian McCaffrey is going to carry them every week. So that
maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah, maybe 5 years ago, right? That one I thought was already kind of quirky. But it gets better. It gets so much better. All right, because this is I think this is the person who was slated in the same position Noah was in, where they went last and then first for the next round. You can see they went Jordan Love as a quarterback.
Sure.
What's this guy's Justice Hill or just?
I think it's Justice Hill.
Justice Hill, the secondary running back for the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, interesting.
Scatabo? Is that
Cam Scatabo? That's a rookie running back for the Giants.
Yikes.
Okay. He went second round, I think, second or third. So I think it was a day 2 pick.
Mm-hmm. And then Tyreek Hill.
Sure.
Jaden Reed. I don't even know who this is on the Browns. I'm not gonna lie.
David
Njoku.
Njoku, yeah, he's a tight end.
Is that D Moore? Who's that on the Panthers?
That is David Moore. Out of the 6 quarterbacks we have, he's probably number 5. So, I assume the .24 is the projected points he's gonna get.
That's the projected.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the 49ers defense.
He ain't playing.
Hey, at least they got a kicker though. They got the they got the Dolphins kicker who's on IR.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did they not read the red text? Obviously, the questionables are different, but the IR, that's wild.
That was quite the pick. But that's not all of their picks. That's just their starting picks. Can I show you who they have on the bench? Because you're not ready for this.
It gets better?
It gets so much worse. Okay, so here they go on the bench. Their bench quarterback.
Wait.
No. Let me get there. They got Justin Fields as their bench quarterback. Jerome Ford as their other running back. Justin Herbert as another quarterback. Dalton Kincaid as a backup tight end. J.K. McCarthy as a 5th quarterback?
I'm surprised they were able to do more quarterbacks.
They have 3 bench quarterbacks, and that's not the worst pick.
I know. They got the backup kicker in Seattle as their second kicker, but it gets better because they got a third kicker as well. Justin Tucker.
These down.
He's rolling off the chair laughing. Ladies and gentlemen, and them's watching this podcast, we have hit a new level of insanity with Justin Tucker.
I wish this was fake. I wish I found this on the internet somewhere and that was just trolling you, but honest to God, this is somebody in my work league.
The one screenshot that you sent, I don't remember seeing the Bills guy, but it was just all the first name was just J, and I was just like, were they trying to
literally it's all J.
bench?
JJJ, Dalton Kincaid, JJJ. Maybe that's what it was. They just had it alphabetical and we're stuck in J's.
They wanted the J bench, like.
This bench alone is A+. This is an A+ bench. No critiques, no nothing. This is how fantasy football should be. Draft 5 quarterbacks and draft 4 kickers, including 1 kicker who's not even on a team anymore.
See, I'm upset because they drafted 5 quarterbacks, but I couldn't draft 3.
It depends on the league.
That's so angry. It makes me so mad.
It's so funny that this is real life. Again, I wish that this was a joke. This is absolutely real.
Oh my God.
And here I thought, I was on Twitter trying to see if I could find any worse ones, and you can bring up this as well if you want. It's not nearly as bad as drafting Justin Tucker, right? But this is a pretty close.
That guy's got Bryce Young.
This is a pretty close second where they took Bryce Young as their starting quarterback, right?
That's my quarterback.
And then they got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins playing both of them at the same time is a little overkill, right? But and then they got George Pickens and Tyler Warren and benching Jordan Love and Tyrone Tracy and. It's not the best. There's a lot of Colts on this team for some reason. A lot of Colts and a lot of Titans.
That's an interesting decision to go with. Drafting a lot of players from teams that are not going to be good this year.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, they also play bad teams, so maybe that's where the sleeper picks come in.
There's always hope.
There's always hope.
But
There's always hope.
I will never, ever, ever get over the Justin
Tucker pick.
Oh, it's too good. Oh.
As someone who used to love Justin Tucker, I'm just so sad about that pick. Did you not know what SSPD stands for?
No, this is their first time ever playing fantasy.
Oh, man.
The only person to have drafted Justin Tucker.
It literally says 1% rostered, 1% start. They were the 1%.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, boy. Look out for that guy in fantasy.
Uh-huh. He's going to score 5
points.
5 billion points at the game.
All right, wrap it up here. Tom, you have something to share with us?
I do have something to share with you. I'll say go ahead and share it just in case you guys don't have it. Our game this week is legally distinct from inside the NBA's who he played for. It's completely different, its own thing. Welcome to For Whomst Do They Play For?
For Whomst? Let me slideshow time. Here we go. For Whomst They Play For. Free agent signings.
So, obviously, every offseason players move and change teams and whatnot. So, I'm tasking these two gentlemen here. Can you tell me, working together, tell me where these players signed for, right? For example, on our first example, Jameis Winston.
I love Jameis Winston. He's one of my favorite players of all time. Yeah. I know where he is. I was just talking about him.
I believe I do, yeah, if I have recollection from the conversation for the past hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was saying, no, just make sure you view the slideshow because the slides are animated. So if you click on the slide, it'll give you the answer. So yeah. So where do you end up, boys?
At the New York Giants with some of my other favorite boys, such as Jackson Dart, Russell Wilson. Oh,
yeah,
I miss Tommy DeVito.
Yeah.
Whoa, there he is. Look, it brought up a new image where he's signing. Yeah. Look at him. He's so happy.
Whoa, production value is skyrocketing.
Let's go. We got a budget.
So yeah, I'm going to go through some players and we'll see if you guys can figure it out. Mm-hmm. All right. Next player, Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett. He spent his first 10 years in Seattle.
He's not in Seattle anymore?
No, he's not. Where is he?
That's what I thought. Like,
for whoops does Tyler Lockett play for?
That's a great
I don't
question.
know. It's not the Packers. It's not the Ravens.
I do a shot in the dark guess and say the Raiders?
He is not on the Raiders.
See, that's what I thought for some reason. And I was like, why am I thinking the Raiders? Maybe it's because everybody from Seattle went to the Raiders anyway. Because they got Geno Smith, Pete Carroll.
Yeah, Pete Carroll, yeah.
Is he on the 49ers?
He's not on the 49ers.
Did he stay within the same division?
No, he did not stay in the same division. He did not stay in the same conference.
Okay, so he's all the way into AFC now. Is he on the Steelers with his buddy DK Metcalf now?
No, he's not.
Man.
Browns?
Nope.
Yeah, Browns won. He's too good for the Browns.
Yeah, no.
No.
My other inkling is like the Patriots. Would he go to the Patriots?
No. Man. And I'll cut you off there. He went to the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, no. Not my boy.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I was hopeful that he'd go to a good team.
No.
That's a significant downgrade. Dude.
Imagine living in Seattle and then moving to Tennessee.
What a difference.
What a difference. He looks so happy to be there, though, you know?
He's got the big
happy.
Smile. Yeah.
He's got a multi-million-dollar NFL contract. I mean,
hey, you know what? He's getting paid. And when he's done playing, he can use that money to go back to Seattle if he wants.
Yeah.
True.
Next player.
All right.
Miles Sanders.
Ooh.
He spent the last 2 years with the Panthers. Before that, he was with the Eagles, but he's no longer with the Panthers. For whom does he play for?
I thought I heard about where this guy was going, but I might not be. I mean, there's too many Sanders in the NFL.
There is.
Andy Sanders. Only a common last name.
Isn't that guy that was on the Browns? Everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
Did you see the interview where the guy was wearing a Barry Sanders shirt? Like, it was very clearly a Lions jersey and it said Sanders on it. And the girl goes, "Oh, you've got the Shedeur Sanders jersey. It's the wrong color." And he goes, "No, this is Barry Sanders." And she's like, "Oh, my bad. How do you know Barry Sanders? And you're on ESPN."
That's wild. Must be a new newscaster.
Must be. Anyway, guesses. Let me ask this: where he is he starting?
Potentially. I don't know the roster. Okay. I don't know the roster.
So that means he's not going anywhere that has one of these cemented good running backs already.
I'll say yes to that.
So he's not going. I'm trying to think of like the oddball ones. Is he going to New Orleans? Is he going to the Saints?
No, he's not.
Commanders is the only other thing to think of.
No. Commanders actually have a pretty solid running back right now. I want to say Patriots again.
I'm close. I'm in the right division.
Noah's closer.
Oh, is he?
Not the Patriots.
He's not going to the Cowboys, is he?
He is on the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh. See, that was gonna be my first guess, but I was like, no, they have Tony Pollard. They wouldn't need another running back, right? I guess they do.
Fun fact: Tony Pollard's not on the Cowboys anymore.
Is he not? Oh, did they cut him too? They're like, we'll take in this guy and cut the other guy that was working.
I believe. I'm gonna make sure I look it up. Tony Pollard's with the Titans.
Why is everyone going to the Titans?
Yeah.
I thought it was the Raiders everyone was going to. What happened to that?
Yeah.
Maybe the Titans are secretly stacked this year.
Yeah, they could be.
They get their first round quarterback, their first overall pick, and then they bring in Tyler Lockett and Tony Pollard, and suddenly they're a superstar team.
Who knows?
That's crazy.
I don't know. This
Now-
might be the sleeper pick, guys. Titans for the AFC South.
All right. Next player, as a staple of who he played for, they go oddball players, and so on the legally distinct for whom does he play for, we're also going to go oddball players. Offensive guard Alex Copper. Last 3 years he was in Cincinnati.
I've never heard of this man in my life, but he looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
his
For
hair.
whomps does Alex Copper play for now?
This one's
What's
the
his
Raiders,
position?
right? It's gotta be.
Yes, it is.
Let's go!
It is the Raiders?
Yeah, it is the Raiders.
Let's go! Oh, I gotta click the thing. Look at this. Bam! There he
There
is.
it is.
There he is. Yeah, he signed with the Oakland Raiders. Oakland. Las
Oakland.
Vegas.
Las Vegas. That was a shot in the dark, too. We kept saying Raiders over and over again, and I'm like, listen, it's gotta be right one of these times.
One of them's got to stick.
One of them's gotta be the Raiders.
One of them's got to stick.
And it sure did. Yeah, he signed with the Raiders. Next player, Juan Thornhill, safety. Last 2 years he spent in Cleveland.
Good
For
that he's not in
whomst
Cleveland
does-
anymore.
Yeah, for whomst does he play for now?
What do you think, Noah? I'll let you have the first guess.
I really don't think he would stay in the AFC North, though. Shot in the dark. Carolina.
No, he's not with the Panthers. You think I'd be so conceited and put
right.
my own free agent signings on here?
I want to put in a hint. Is it for a team that had a winning record last year or a losing record last year?
Winning record last year. He's on a team with a winning record now.
Is he on the Eagles?
He is not.
Got to think how many teams had a winning record last year.
Yeah, there's like too many of them.
There's a good amount. He's not on my team. He's not on the Packers. Is he?
And I would think I would know about him if he was on the Ravens, but I doubt.
I'm like, who's signing?
I doubt he stayed in the AFC North. I really don't think he stayed.
Is
in
he
the
AFC or NFC?
AFC.
Okay, so nowhere I was thinking at all. Winning record AFC. Did Noah already guess the Ravens?
I didn't
No.
officially put in the guess, but I can't say it. The
Okay,
Ravens.
say the Ravens.
The Ravens.
It's not the Ravens, no.
Dang.
Is it the Steelers? They technically had a winning record. Let's go!
It is the Steelers.
They had a
Wow, he
winning
did
record
stay in the
barely.
AFC North. Okay.
The 9-8
Okay.
Super Bowl boys.
Yeah, he looks like a
Nice.
Steeler. It looks good on
Mhm.
him.
Yeah. So he did. Yeah. It's like, oh no, I don't think he would stay in the AFC North. I'm like, well, he did.
I can't see your face right now because I have the PowerPoint in full screen on my monitor, and I'm just like, I can't see any of y'all's like facial reactions. It's
All right,
funny.
Tom, you got to give
That's all
me
you-
like hand signals so that I can get it right, and then Noah will never know. Yes.
Well, I know about that.
Yeah, right.
All right. Last one, boys.
Last one.
Center David Andrews of the Patriots. He spent the last 9 years with the Patriots. He's no longer on the Patriots. But whomst does he play for now?
Is it his couch at home?
Yes, he's retired.
Yeah,
Wait, is that
that's
true?
what I was thinking, too.
Yeah!
That's crazy.
Good question. Let's go.
Bro now plays for his couch.
That was
He
a
won
real
2
shot in the
Super Bowls.
dark.
Yeah, he won 2 Super Bowls, 9 years. Yeah, he can retire.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah,
He earned it.
there you go.
Thank you for
That's
making
awesome.
that game. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was hoping that last one would go on for a minute or so. It's like,
Sorry.
he's not-
I wanted to give a
I'm just
goofy
good at
guess.
guessing.
It's not my fault the goofy guess was right.
I love goofy guesses. That's why I made it. But thank you for whom does he play for? If we were tracking
Yay.
points, Aaron definitely would have won.
Yay!
absolutely.
But we don't. We play for fun. Am I right? So we're
Yeah.
all winners.
Yeah.
Until week
Yeah.
1 comes around and one of our teams is definitely losing. That's for sure.
Probably mine.
No.
Probably mine.
I mean, what? The Packers play the Lions first, and then the Ravens play the Bills first.
Yep.
Tom, who does your team play?
The Jaguars.
Your team might be the only one that wins, actually.
Yeah, maybe. Absolutely. We might have 2 people that are crying on the next podcast after next week, you know?
That would be wild.
It would be.
The 2 sad fans and Tom.
Yeah.
Tom's now the host. He's taking over all the accounts.
That's what you mean.
All right, but hey, this was fun. I cannot wait to get into the predictions next week. We're gonna do an accumulative, like where all 3 of us go through and pick games. Like we do like voting, and if it's best 2 out of 3, or if all 3 of us agree on one, then that's the one that we're gonna choose, and we're gonna see how well it does. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and a comment. Who do you think is retiring next?
It's me. I'm retiring.
I hope
Probably
so.
actually him.
You're pointing at nothing. He's that way.
He's that way.
There you go.
It's this guy. It's this
That
guy.
guy.
Wherever he is. He's over here.
Look, if you go this way, all the way around the world, it'll eventually point to him.
True. So true.
True.
Judging with the curvature of the Earth, as long as it goes around and you account for gravity.
Oh, yeah.
Carry the 2 plus 3.
X equals Y, all that jazz. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Leave a like. Okay, bye. Goodbye, everybody.
Football!
Football!